Diane Shaka. First, I stayed at my friend Mariama's house in the backyard. I set up my tent. That came about because when she was helping me pack up and move out my stuff out of my apartment, and then she heard me talking about going squatting here or there or some other place, and the mother in her rose up and said, I don't want you to be in danger because you can get really messed up out there. Come and live in my backyard. And I said, okay. Because I really wasn't looking forward to striking out ruggedly individualistic on my own. And a few days into it, her landlord got wind of it, and he said no. He didn't even come over and check me out. He just said no. Mm-hmm. She has to be out in 10 days. Oh my God. So I only got to stay there for a couple weeks. So for a few days I tried frantically to find another place to set up, and of course, closed doors, buts, howevers, so where can I be safe? When I was housed, I said, if I ever go homeless, I'm not going to go into the city. The city's dangerous. Go out in the woods, go out in the hills. Because I'm kind of a natural person. I know how to get by in the woods. I had to be close to the city because of my social worker and because there's food there. And so I moved from there into no man's land between Eugene, Springfield, and Glenwood. And there was that abandoned subdivision. And I stayed there for a few days, and it was beautiful, it was gorgeous, there was oaks all over the place. And I stayed there for a day or two until the drug dealers scared me off. So that night, let's just say I went through a dark night of the soul, and I was saying, I can't go on like this. It just can't go on like this on the run. It's too stressful. I know life is supposed to be stressful, and I'm homeless, but I don't want to be where I am. I don't want to be in this situation. It's not pleasant. It's no way to survive. No decent person should. No one should have to live that way. It's like that bumper sticker that says "No human is illegal," or just because I shouldn't be shunted off and kicked around because I can't pay rent. You're existing, and that's someone else's pleasure. Landlords can kick you out for any or no reason, and some of them take that seriously. And that's when my friends from Saturday Market caught up with me and said, "We got some money for you. We can help you out." Oh my God, $175. Got lunch. I got a good lunch, a good serious lunch. I've been subsisting on berries and apples that I glean around town for the past week. So I came back down to Eugene because this is where things were happening. I got in touch with Keith, and he got me placed in the car camping program. So from the car camping program, Alton Baker Park, to here, stable and safe, and I could stay here as long as I need to get on my feet. But we can't have alcohol here either. If a bottle of wine is the difference between me being stable and me being on the street, slam dunk. I'm okay. I can put off the wine at least until I get on my feet again. But I know several people that were offered these huts and they refused because they would have to give up their pot or their booze. And I was afraid of the homeless because they're cruising around with intact pit bulls, and some of them are insane, and some of them are on drugs, and some of them are troublesome. But I found out that once I got outside, the people that are homeless by choice, they're in the vast minority. They're like maybe 1/10 of the people that are the homeless population. As for the mentally ill and the addicted, treat them, get them inside. And the population in the state is small enough that we could do it. There's only 3.8 million people in this whole state. That could fit into the Bay Area, the Greater Bay Area, with elbow room. I mean, I'm not as desperate as I was a few months ago, and I want to take the next step back from the edge of the abyss. There's people on the inside, and then there's people on the outside. I don't really consider myself on the outside anymore. Sheltered, stable and staying that way. That's my mantra. Stable and staying that way. Every morning I wake up, one of the first things I think when I wake up in the morning is stable and staying that way. And it's one of my last thoughts when I go to sleep at night. It's short, sharp, easy to remember, stable and staying that way.